Hey there, I hope you are doing well. Today I want to show you some small tools that helps you with the management of the IR items. As you may know, the Sitecore uses the Google Protobuf to deploy and maintain its items, which has a lot of benefits, and especially during the Sitecore upgrade. If you are using the xmCloud or deploy your items as resources, you may have noticed some challenges. For example, here I have a xmCloud instance and I have deployed a sample project to it. The items you are seeing here are IRR. That means they are coming from the deployed serialization items. The xmCloud deploy will create the IRR from the serialization item during the deployment using the Sitecore CLI. It means now if I do any changes on these items, changes will be saved in the database. That means if I change this item, a copy of this item with my changes will be saved in the database. And if your developer do any changes on your serialization items, with the next deployment, your changes will be ignored because the database has a higher load priority. Your deployed serialization items will be ignored. So we have two challenges here. First, we need to figure out what has been changed. And the second challenge is how to reset them. There are a few ways to do this, which I mentioned in my blog. The link is in description. For example, using the Sitecore CLI, you can figure out the changes on your own serialization items and reset them. But you won't notice the changes on the out-of-the-box items which are not in your serialization. So I wrote some PowerShell script which can help you to figure out what has been changed from the out-of-the-box items and how to reset them. So to see how it works, I will do some changes here. Now to see the changes, there are two options. From the script menus, IRR tools, either I can get the full report, which I basically check the whole database for the changes, or I can use the reporting for the current tree. And as you can see here, these are the changes that are persisted in the database. How to reset them? There are two options. Either I can delete this item. It is important to leave the links as they are because basically we don't delete them, we just remove them from the database. They are IRR items. So I will leave the link as they are and I will try to delete it from the database, and now I can see it is deleted from the database and restored from the item resources, which is good. Now if I check the reporting for the current tree, I see there is no change in the database. It will get a bit trickier if the changes are on the templates, which have items. The page, I can do some changes. I will check the report. I see there are some changes which are persisted in the database. But if I want to delete this, it doesn't allow it. To address that, I created another PowerShell script which allows you to remove these items directly from the database. It will remove only the IRR items from the database. And now if we check the report again, you see the database is clean. You need to be aware how the deletion process will be done. Basically, we cannot use the Sitecore item API to do a deletion, and the deletion will be done on the basically directly on the database using the SQL commands. So yeah, I leave it to your judgment. The source code is on the GitHub. You can check it and test it and use it with on your own risk.